So I told you guys to stop using the 4-3-2-1 formation and instead focus on a basic formation such as the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-3-1 formation. Now many people had a huge problem with my take. It's basically because of two reasons which I can think of. Either they are too obsessed with what they see on the internet, or they think that you can only play the game with one formation. That is not the case. And I wasn't pointing my fingers towards players who are doing good with this formation. What I said was that I have seen many people during coaching sessions that struggle with the 4-3-2-1. I have played against many players in weekend league and rivals who clearly struggle with this formation. And some of the pro players I play against also struggle in this formation. And they would probably be better off actually playing another formation such as the 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1, right? And I gave my reasons as to why you shouldn't play the 4-3-2-1 if you are in that same spot. I'm not going to address those people anymore because I'm pretty sure the ones with a brain can understand what I'm trying to say. However, there was a slight problem. Some people have been saying that the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1 doesn't work for them, and they needed another formation with a three-man midfield, for which I sat and thought to myself and came up with the 4-4-1-1 formation. Now, the 4-4-1-1 isn't something new. It has been in the game since the release. I know some top pro players who use this formation, especially at the beginning of the game. It was really popular and it is still very good. You can say that if 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1 were to have a baby, then it would produce a 4-4-1-1. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Let's talk about the instructions first. And now there are three variations to this formation. I am telling you right now, you must clearly listen to what I am saying, because if you have a short attention span and you're just gonna actually copy and get out of here, then maybe you'll not have as good results. Now, this formation, which I have been running since the past 2 days, I played a few games against pro players and in rivals as well. For me, my instructions and the way I set up my formation usually is very manual, like where you have to use manual runs, you have to trigger runs, you have to create attacking opportunities. The AI is rather static in my formations because that is how I prefer. I want more manual control over my players. So these are the instructions I am using. Okay. Our striker is going to be balanced. Our CF is going to be stay central, target player. All right. Our CMs are going to be stay back while attacking, cover center. That is it. Our tall guy on the wings, RM, is going to be come back on defense, get into the box for the cross, same as the 4-4-2. Our LM is going to be come back on defense, stay on the edge of the box for cross. Our left back is going to be balanced, overlap, okay, and our right back is going to be stay back while attacking. This is interesting. These are not the tactics I am going to recommend, or I am not asking you to copy these tactics. But before we talk about tactics, guys, if you are good in the 4-4-2, there is no need to switch to this formation. This video is for the players who are struggling in the 4-4-2, in the 4-2-3-1, in the 4-3-2-1, and they want something else. So the width is going to be 46, depth is going to be 71. This is what I am using, okay? You know my take on 71 depth. I suggest that if you're really good with the right stick switching, then you should use 71 depth. But if you're someone who struggles with the right stick switching, then it is usually not a good idea to use 71 depth, because your team will auto press, there will be auto offside traps. While these are the pros, there are cons, like having too much space in behind if you cannot switch quick enough, or if you cannot trap the opponent into your press. For that very reason, if you are one of those players, guys, be honest with yourself. It is totally fine. Till you improve your right stick switching, it's fine. You can lower your depth to 65. That is absolutely fine. And if you want more pressure, not the offside traps, then you can go with 69 depth as well, okay? I am using 71. Balanced build-up play, direct passing. You can also use balanced if you feel like when you're attacking and your team is too further away, pushed back into the opponent's half or into his D, then in that situation you should use balance and see if that helps you, because some players do not have the capability to attack with direct passing, and we have to think for every one of you out there. So if you are one of those players, use balanced if you want to have more possession of the ball and just find easier passes. But instead, if you're someone like me, then you can go with the direct passing. If you like to recycle the ball a lot, you want to play direct once you are in the opponent's half. Width is going to be 38 for now. I'm currently experimenting with a lower width and a higher width on this formation, but right now I'm using 38. This is what I have had success in. Players in the box is going to be 5. You can see we're able to score some goals using this formation, right? You can score crosses, you can score recycling goals. It is the best of both worlds. Now, before we talk more about the formation in game, I have to show you another variation. This is variation 2 for the players who struggle to create manual runs and who want their team to do something on the pitch, because this is usually a complaint I get on my videos. King Sunny, your formations, they are simply very static sometimes, and it caters the higher skill level player compared to a normal. For that reason, if you are struggling, then I would suggest put your striker, get in behind. Your CF would stay the same, stay central target player. Attacking center mid is going to be balanced, cover center, get into the box for the cross, and your other CM is going to be completely balanced. All right, the rest of the instructions are same. Come back, stay on the edge, and left back overlap. There is another variation. Okay, this is something many people have had success with. Previously, I was using my 4-4-2 like this. I would put both of them on get forward, stay on the edge of the box for the cross. I feel this is still the best way to recycle the play. So if you want more offense, if you want more options in the attacking third, if you want more players, if you feel like the team is still not giving you many attacking options and you want something more, you can put get forward, stay on the edge of the box for both of your CMs, left back balanced, overlap, and your RB is going to be stay back, the wingers stay the same. For the tactics, if you're going to play this variation of the formation, then I would suggest that you keep a lower depth, because if you're going to play 71 and your CMs are going to be pushing up, then in that case you will be prone to counter attacks. We'll go as low as 62 depth. Okay, and for our chance creation, 100% is going to be direct passing. We need slightly more width, so we'll put it to 42. All right, plays in the box is going to be 4, because again the play style has changed. So you should be honest with yourself and you should be able to identify which play style suits you. If this is the one that suits you, go with it. If not, then you have another one. And if you are a highly skilled player, then use the same tactics I used the first variation of the formation. So the way I play this formation is I high press on the pitch, okay, manual high pressing. But this is something I don't recommend to many players, but the fundamentals stay the same. See, we are passing the ball in triangles. We are looking for the empty space. When we do have the empty space, we go with the recycles. Now you can see how many players we have for recycling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have too many players inside the box to the point where we can perform recycles and we will score this goal as well, right? A cheeky shot, cancel. When we talk about defending, I taught you to defend in numbers, but again, it is how you approach the game. Some people are conservative. If you are one of those players who like to have a rather conservative approach towards defending, then of course, like I said, lower depth, but at the same time you will focus more on cutting the passing lanes. Then you wouldn't be pressing high up the pitch, because you don't know what will happen when you press high up the pitch. If you commit the left back, then you need to quickly switch to the left center back, and of course, mark that left back area which you have left open. If you commit your LCM, then you have to quickly shift to LM and actually apply pressure on the opponent and double team him down in his half. So if you win the ball back, you have to fully commit. Now these are complex situations which most people don't understand. So always first build a base. The base would be to have a solid backline. Once you have the solid backline, focus on the right stick, and then you can go towards your final high pressing drills. For this formation, like I said, you have to be direct, you have to play fast, you need to have tempo, you need to memorize attacking patterns. If you will not do either of that, you will struggle in this formation as well. And now when you will switch to this formation, of course it will take you some time. Give it at least 30 to 40 games and then judge. But if you are good in the 4-4-2, keep using the 4-4-2.